guys, welcome to my channel, and today's video is gonna be my 2017 favorites. These products were the ones that I have been using a lot, like the most for 2017. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, then please keep on watching. So I have divided everything down into categories, like over here in my little notebook. And I'm still using my iPhone, by the way. My camera is still broken. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I've divided everything into different categories. And the first category is primer. The primers that I have been using the most this 2017 is the EYELINER Mineral Cosmetics Blur Makeup Primer, as well as the Happy Skin Matte About You Pore and Shine Control Primer. I love them both. If I'm doing a heavier makeup look, I'd go for this one because this one's a little bit heavier on the skin. It's a bit more heavy duty than this one. This one's just like a lightweight everyday primer for me. Like, I don't really prime my face when I'm doing my makeup. I just prime my pores, and on a daily basis I use this one because it's very lightweight and it's easy to put on. It doesn't even feel like it's on your skin when you use it. I've tried so many brow products this year. I feel like this was the year that I really experimented with a lot of brow products, and no matter what happened, in the end I have to say I still end up with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I realized that I really prefer having a cooler toned brow color. So that is why my favorite brow product this year was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Granite. Now, I would definitely prefer the brow definer over this, but I ran out of it and this was the first thing I could find. This shade actually looks more natural than ebony, and it's cool tone, so I really love it. And for my brow gel, of course, I'm still using my clear brow gel from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know, I just can't get over ABH Cosmetics when it comes to brows. So now we move on to eyeshadow. This year I used the Dose of Colors Baked Browns palette so much. I haven't hit pan on it, but I really freaking love this, and I realized that Dose of Colors is my favorite eyeshadow formula of all time. I love this because you can travel with it. It has all the brown shades that you will need to do a neutral or a warm eye look. It's really great to travel with because it's just small and compact. Even the brushes, it's not here now, but the brush that it comes with is really nice. I just love this palette. I think it's the perfect palette because the packaging, the brush, and the formulation, amazing. Another palette that I have been using a lot this year, well, at the end of this year, is actually the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk eyeshadow palette. I actually freaking love this, except for the Cosmo shade. But aside from that, this palette is actually amazing. There are so many looks that you can do with it, and this is my first Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. I love Huda. I think that she's amazing, and I just decided to try it out because I felt like this year was the year that sunset colored palettes were in, so I really wanted to try it out for the sake of experiencing it, and I'm really glad I did because I actually quickly fell in love with this, even if it was just at the end of the year. I really wish it came with a brown shade. I actually did a tutorial on this one, and I'll be posting that maybe after this video or sometime soon. It was pre-recorded a long time ago, and I don't know why I never posted it, but it will be coming up really soon. So if you guys want to know more about this palette, then watch out for that video. Okay, ignore my brother. He's freaking noisy. He's like super noisy right now. Okay, so Rui! A drugstore palette that I really love this year was I consider this drugstore because it is one of the cheaper brands out there, but this is the ColourPop You Had Me at Hello palette. I would say this is I can't say that this is my favorite ColourPop palette because it's currently the only one that I own, but I was super shocked by how amazing the formulation was. These eyeshadows blend like a dream. They're so beautiful. Even the shimmery shades just pop on your lids. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. I feel like this formula really competes with most of the high-end eyeshadow formulas out there, and for that reason I actually ordered more ColourPop palettes. But yeah, this was my first, and I actually just started using this at the end of the year as well, but I'm already freaking in love with it and I can't stop using it. It's amazing. ColourPop does such a great job. I can't believe that I'm so late to the game, but it's amazing. So I started this year with really terrible acne. So like I used to use foundation every single day. I feel like my favorite foundation this year was the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. I have it in the shade medium tan sand. It's actually what I have on right now because it's expiring in March, but I freaking love this foundation so much. I've tried so many foundations this year despite the fact that I have stopped using foundation, and I feel like no matter how many foundations I've tried, I still will keep going back to this. I mean, Huda Beauty's foundation would have made it to my favorites list because it just really feels not greasy on the skin at all. The only thing is I feel like I need to use it more to see if it's really healthy for my skin, because I've been hearing that there are a lot of bad chemicals in that foundation, plus the fact that it's scented, so I really don't want to include it here if I'm not so sure about it. But this one, I'm freaking sure that I love it, and I really do keep going back to this foundation, and in fact I'm almost done with it. On a daily basis, I don't use foundation, but if I want to add like a little extra color, a little extra oomph to my skin, I have been loving this Pixi H2O skin tint. I have it in the shade Warm. It's just like a tinted moisturizer that doesn't have any coverage at all, but I feel like it just makes my skin look smooth and flawless. If you have a lot of pimples, it's definitely not gonna cover it. So I mean, no offense, but I feel like this product would work better on people who have better skin. I feel like you really won't get so much out of this because it really doesn't cover anything at all. I feel like it just really makes your skin look smooth and more beautiful if your skin is already, you know, looking better. You know what I mean? Because I only started using this when my skin was cleared out of all of the cystic hormonal acne that I was experiencing. You could definitely still use this even if you have a lot of acne. If, let's say, you're just not allowed to wear foundation, but you want something that's gonna make you feel a little bit better, maybe you can put this on. It's not gonna cover your acne at all, but it will just make your skin look a bit smoother, a little bit better. It really is just a moisturizer that adds a little bit of a glow. I find that when I use this instead of foundation, it helps set my makeup in place. It just helps all the powders stick to my skin as compared to when I'm not wearing foundation. So this has actually been one of my hacks to going foundation free and still doing a full face. For eyeliner this year, my favorite was the Kat Von D eyeliner in the shade Trooper, which I ran out of. I also have been using the K Palette eyeliner, which just recently dried out. And I've also been super duper obsessed with doing a lot of graphic eye looks, especially blue colored eyeliner looks. And for that, I first fell in love with the Anastasia waterproof cream color in the shade Ice Blue. This one is not being sold anymore. This is phased out, but I know that there are some eBay sellers who still have stocks of this. But if I had to choose just one eyeliner that I freaking have been obsessed with this whole year, which really blew me away, it has to be the Milk Makeup Eye Pigment in the shade Sesh. I love this guy. I love this so much. Words cannot explain. I mean, it's not even branded as an eyeliner. It's like an eye pigment, so you can use it as an eyeshadow, but I use it as an eyeliner. I love doing graphic looks with this. It's so freaking waterproof. Like, there's no way you're gonna remove this unless you use an oil-based remover. That's how waterproof it is. Like, you can go swimming with this and it's not gonna get removed. This is amazing, and it's super duper pigmented. I love it so much. I feel like every person who is more into artistic eye looks should have this in their collection. For my contour, I actually still am freaking in love with my Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder in the shade Medium. This is the best contour product for me, in my opinion. There's really nothing that tops this. When I'm trying to save this up because it's so freaking expensive, I go for the KKW Beauty Powder Contour Kit. You guys have already probably seen my review on it and you know how much I love it. I feel like this contour shade is just amazing for people with my skin tone. The bronzer is not really my cup of tea so much, but these two highlights and this contour shade, they're just amazing. I love it. Blush, my favorite blush this year was the H&M Beauty Pure Radiance Powder Blusher in the shade Rosy Brown. I have it on my face right now. I have been using this non-stop this whole year. I can't believe I haven't hit pan on it, but this is actually one of my favorite blushes. Like I used to use this every single day until I discovered lip and cheek tints. I just want to quickly mention them because they have been my favorites. One of them is the EYELINER Cosmetics exclusive lip and cheek tint in the shade Black Cherry. Like I said, I don't wear makeup every day, so what I usually do is I just wear a lip and cheek tint, and this has been one of my favorites, as well as the Colorette lip and cheek tint in the shade Thalia, which I don't have right now because it's in one of my bags and I don't want to go look for it because I bring it everywhere. But yeah, those are my two favorite lip and cheek tints for this year that I have been using non-stop. So let's move on to the bronzer. First off, I want to mention this bronzer from Human Nature. This is their Mineral Matte Bronzer. I feel like this is the only shade, but this is such an amazing shade. If you know me, I love neutral bronzer shades, and I feel like this color is just absolutely amazing on my skin. I love it so much, but I have to warn you guys that mineral bronzers, mineral makeup, they kind of have the tendency to just explode and break out of nowhere, which is what happened to my last one. This is my second one. The first one just broke out of nowhere without even dropping it, and that's because it's a mineral bronzer, but I bought it again because this is just so amazing, and it's definitely much more cheaper than buying those international brands of bronzers, and it's also cruelty free. But my other favorite bronzer, of course, was the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Words cannot express how amazing this is. I feel like no bronzers can top these two bronzers in my life anymore. Like, you should definitely try these two. For my under eye, my favorite powder is still the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder. As a setting powder, my freaking favorite this year was the Milani Prep Set and Glow. You can definitely see that I have hit pan with it, and this is just one of the best setting powders actually, this is the best setting powder I've ever tried. I love this so much. My second in line favorites were the Kat Von D blotting powder, as well as the H&M Perfectioning finishing powder. For concealer, I have been using the Becca Aqualuminous concealer in the shade medium. I freaking love this because it's so light and hydrating, unlike the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, which has more of a coverage. I'm not really into concealers with so much coverage since my skin has gone better. This is super lightweight, you won't even feel it, and that's what I love about it. For mascara, the one that I have been using the most was the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. It's actually a very good mascara for my lashes. My favorite highlight this year was actually something that I've been using for a long time now. This is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. You guys already know how much this is being raved about. This is still one of my favorite highlights. It still really is a holy grail. Alright, so let's move on to the lip products. I have 4 here to show you guys. It was really hard to pick since I used a lot of lip products this year, but these were the ones that I used the most. First up was the Happy Skin Shut Up and Kiss Me Moisturizing Matte Lippy in the shade The Morning After. It's like a pinky nude that just looks great, especially when my hair is purple, so I really use this a lot. This is actually my second one and it's already broken. Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Unicorn Blood. I feel like this is my go-to red lip this whole year. Buxom Plump Line Lip Liner in the shade Undercover. My favorite nude lipstick used to be MAC's lipstick in Taupe, but since I went cruelty free, I really struggled to find something that was a dupe for it, and I feel like I found that here. And I also have been using the Atomic Makeup lipstick in the shade Debbie. I still have their old packaging, but this lipstick is actually beautiful. It's so light on the lips, it's not heavy at all, it doesn't even feel like it's there. It's kind of a watery formula, which I really appreciate in a liquid lipstick. That's what I prefer. I ran out of these lashes, but my favorite lashes this year, the ones I used the most, were the Kiss lashes in the shade number 11. And for my setting spray, it was a tie between this. Okay, I can't find my Milani setting spray for some reason, but this year I have been using a lot of my Milani Prep Set and Go setting spray, as well as this one that I found in Beauty Buffet in Greenbelt. And I feel like if I had to choose between one of them, I would definitely use this. The only reason why I choose this is because I feel like the spray is much better, and this one has collagen in it while the Milani one doesn't, and it has alcohol. Both those setting sprays just give your skin a flawless airbrushed finish. And I do want to give a special mention to a brand that I've been using so many times again and again this year, which is Good Die Young for my hair. I just retouched it today, well, just the bangs, but these locks under here, I have not retouched them ever since I first colored the ones down here. I only retouch above here because that's where the shampoo goes. But I mean, come on, you can see how long the color has stayed. I mean, it's still freaking there. My favorite color, of course, is the shade People Eater, which is the purple shade, as well as the shade Blue Ruin. But I do love People Eater more because I just feel like it's a very, very unique purple that I can't find anywhere else. So yeah, that was it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry it was so freaking long. I did my best to shorten it up. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!